What's up, you guys? I hope you're very well. I hope you're having a very nice day. Today we have an update. This is actually a video that I'm going to upload in both of my channels because well, let me explain. This applies to the bonsai channel, while this applies to the terrariums and aquarium channel. This is a project that I've shown you guys in both, so I think it would be a nice way to update you guys on this little project, and also to remain active on my other channel, Fishbowls and Musgo. If you haven't, you can if you haven't subscribed, you can go down to the description box, and you will be really helping me out if you subscribe to that one as well. So yeah, like I said, this is going to be a short update and a very small operation over here. So first, I guess we can start, giving them like an overall look. You can see that these are really cool. I like these more and more every day. The only thing that I regret by now is that I planted them in these very cheap and eventually not perpetual plastic containers. I've seen some of these, because of the elements, the sun and whatever. I've seen these starting to crack, after a while. So these are not permanent. So when that happens, this will be the end of these two little projects. So this is the first one that I made. My intention for this was to create like a small ecosystem. And for that, I planted this little Moctezuma cypress. In one of my previous videos, you saw me work on this little guy over here. You can see that it's now adapted very well to its environment. We transplanted it, we root pruned it, heavily root pruned it, and you can see that it's developed nicely. Yesterday we had like the first official rain of the season, not drizzling, nothing, like a full on rain, and so I can expect them to grow bigger and bigger this season. Anyway, so I wanted to make this like a small ecosystem, and but once this started to grow, I realized it would be very cool if we had a small forest of them in the little pond. So that's why I planted this one right here, which is a cutting that's already rooted and it's already growing by itself. And the latest addition would be this little guy right here. Yeah, and as well you can see that the thing with Moctezuma cypress, ball cypress, metasequoias or dawn sequoias is that if you take a woody cutting like this and you stick it in the ground, that's it. It's almost like a guaranteed success, as long as you keep it in a favorable location. So you can see this hairgrass. This is a type of aquarium plant that's very popular. This is a bacopa. This is a Myriophyllum aquaticum. This is like it has a name, but this is a very well-known aquatic plant. And some others, the water is nice and crystal clear. Oh, this is a Rotala, the red variety. But yeah, you can see that it's doing well. Over here on the back, we have some rocks with a little bit of moss. You can see there. It's just the more you leave it alone, the better it gets. So this is something that I really like. So this is the first one that I created, and this is the second one. You can see that this one is not as mature. We have some other plants in this one, but I'm trying to root some of the cuttings that we took from the transplant of the big Moctezuma cypress from the previous video. This is a Brazilian pennywort. It can be quite invasive after a while. So in this one, what I do is I pluck them, and that's how I keep them in check. Another cutting, Moctezuma cutting, that's already rooted. Dwarf papyrus. Again, crystal clear water. And this little plant that if you saw me create this one, you can go ahead and check the previous videos in the Fishbowl and Nosegro channel. You can see this little plant blooming. It has a very tiny 5-petal flower, white flower, and it's quite cool. You know, it looks really, really cool. This one actually had already a little tenant, you know, a little fish, but it's one of those molly fish. They're not very long-lived. It did live here for a full season, and it was doing okay. That little fish, however, was not in top shape because it had already jumped from an aquarium that I had. Not this little pond, but an aquarium. So it was already, you know, not in the best shape. But it goes to show that this can support life. It's already a mature ecosystem, so no problem. If I wanted maybe like a little fish or a couple of them, it would be absolutely no problem for the ecosystem. But anyway, I just wanted to give you that short update. And now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to prune it a little bit, and also I'm going to wire this little branch here so that it grows upright. Yeah, you can see that some of the branches are growing, you know, really vigorously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prune them back to develop back budding. That's the bonsai part of a channel. Well, that's the bonsai channel part. And yeah, and I'm gonna wire this into position so that it, you know, it goes upright, and this gets directed towards the sun, you know, instead of this one right here. So let me get my pruners and then we can continue. Yeah, so here we go. Okay, so here we are, and here I go. Yeah, so this is the main branch that I wanted to prune, and we can see, oh sorry, my finger's in the way. There we go. And you can see that we got this little bud here that's already started to ramify. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this, and I'm just going to show you what I do to get more cuttings. Yeah, so if you have like a pot with gardening soil, you fill that up with water, and then you just stick this in the ground like so, you know, and in no time you have another Moctezuma cypress. I probably won't do this with this one because I already have like a bunch of them here, but yeah, that's exactly what you do. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same with the others. So this one, for example, you can see that clear junction there. Oh, it's starting to bite. This one here. Oh, these are dull. There we go. Over here we got this one. Yeah, that's not good. This little shoot that we have here that grows from the same place, I'm just gonna remove. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna prune back this one just because that Y shape comes out from very far into the branch, so no, I don't want that. Anyway, so we can see that lower branches are, you know, weakish, so I'm just going to leave them be. The next thing would be to wire this. So I'm working with just one hand over here, so I'm just gonna place the wire into position, and then I'm gonna, you know, manually place it there. Okay, so here we go. If I can pause the video. Okay, so we're back. You can see that I ended up removing the branch that we had there, just because I want this, again my finger, sorry you guys, just because I want this to be the front of the whole composition, you know. We can see some bits and pieces of the little branch in question floating around, but yeah, you can see that, you know, we got a better view of the plant, and also we got, you know, the other little guys more visible now. I also removed the stump that we had here. Not removed it completely, you know, but I used my pruners and I went in and I tried to remove as much as possible so that the bending would be easier, and that the new little branch that's going to be the replacement of the apex to fall into position easier. So yeah, that's exactly what I did, and now it's just a matter of coming in and, you know, straightening this little guy out. You gotta be careful. They're very flexible, but still, you know, when you hear that crack, you know you've gone too far. But if you're working with a green branch, it should be no problem. So yeah, much better. I think in the next coming days I will try and continue to place it into position if I see that it starts to switch because of its direction towards the light. But yeah, I'm gonna do the same with this little branch that was already going sideways, and yeah, that's pretty much the last thing that we're gonna do, and then we're gonna call it a day. Okay, so here we go. Okay, that's it. Look, all straightened out, you know, very characteristics of how these little Moctezuma cypress, at least the young ones, grow in the wild. Yeah, so yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. I'm really happy with the result. I'm gonna keep you posted, and yeah, like I said, I'm liking this project more every day. So I'll keep you updated in both of my channels. Yeah, so anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, you would be really helping me out if you subscribe to my other channel, Fishbowls and Musgo. The link is down in the description. If you have any doubts, comments, questions, anything, drop them down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.